It's the situation of Nigerian resident doctors accusing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of neglecting the health workers and instead rewarding athletes. So I have a comment on this, and it was until I read the full message that they addressed to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that I was able to understand better. But my initial reaction was not to create a gender war. But my initial reaction when I saw this and their reference to the amount of money that was given to Super Falcons after their victory, I just thought, but this is not a Super Falcons issue. It is not their fault that they made Nigerians proud, they represented us well, and the excitement, everybody could feel the excitement that came out of that result. And the president, not just the president, the first lady, they went ahead to, call these people on video call and also congratulated them and then gave them the rewards, the cash gifts that they gave them. Now, I was saying that if this were Super Eagles, would this reaction have spurred, would it have come out? That's my own reservation. Of course I see the fact that the government has neglected the health workers, the situation of the nurses going on strike, and the doctors not being paid. All of that is sad. It is really disheartening. I don't stand for it. But my problem is the constant comparison with the Super Falcons and your situation. You could have as well brought up your opinions or your needs without having to constantly drag the Super Falcons name in the mud. And even though they say that is not their intention, but it looks like that because you are always calling, the Super Falcons, you are able to give. It's as if, between siblings, the mother gives the first child something, the last one is complaining. I think that's what it looks like to me. What's your opinion, though?
Okay, I actually think what you said in a way is right. But let's look at this. They are complaining not because they are not happy. They begrudge, not because they begrudge the Super Falcons or the Tigress. They are not begrudging them. But what they are saying is, come on, these people have been the one manning everything that has to do with health, including during the time of pandemic. They were literally working tirelessly to make sure that people stay alive. Day by day, people are being rushed to hospitals. It is those doctors that cater for them. It is those doctors that make sure that they are alive or they stay alive. Now, you are giving credit to Super Falcons. What about the health sector? It is, for me, it's not really comparison in that sense. I actually see like they are kind of making reference to a recent occurrence. That is the way I'm saying it. Their point is valid. It is timely. In fact, if I am the one, I would definitely do the same thing that they are doing, because they still made it clear that they are not begrudging them. But at the same time, what is this man says that what is good for the goose is good for the gander. You understand? Balance it. Don't just focus on one, because if you check that all these years, the government have not been paying attention to healthcare systems and sectors. They have not been doing that, and people die. But when these people in seats get sick, they rush overseas to go and treat themselves. What happens to pouring your funds into the health sector? What happens to that? The money you're giving to Super Falcons, yes, we are congratulating them. We love the fact that they are making the country proud and all whatnot. But at the same time, these healthcare professionals are the key holders. They hold, just as we say that God is the ultimate, you get, that we can't exist without God. After God, let's just place doctors next. You get, because when you are rushed to ICU, ICU unit, right? ICU, sorry. It is those doctors that perform operations on you. It is those doctors that determine if you're going to be alive. So if they don't have the proper equipment to make sure that you stay alive, you will die. Definitely. So even those doctors that they are going outside to go and treat them outside, those people have enough equipment. They have sophisticated equipment to make you stay alive. But
okay,
look at Nigeria.
Okay, so I feel like, in my opinion, since it's like this, the best solution would be to put it into our policies somehow that politicians should not be allowed to travel out for healthcare then. Any healthcare issue you have, you should solve it in Nigeria. Because another reason why the healthcare situation is like this is because I just feel like it's because the elites are not getting their treatment from here, so they don't really care. It's the same thing with education. Their kids are not studying here, they're studying overseas, and so it's as though they don't really understand or they don't want to pay attention, or they're just turning a blind eye. So personally, my solution is that they should put in the policy that every politician must receive healthcare in Nigeria.
Not just that, ban plenty cars. Politicians should have a number of cars that they drive. I mean, do you see the troops that go with these people when they are going for an event or something like that, conference or something like that? They have too many security personnel that's following them. It is too much. This is money that you're supposed to allocate to things that are important, like the education that you mentioned, like the health sector that we are talking about right now. These are the places that we need those funds. It's not to be spending it recklessly on things that does not matter. Just like the other day we talked about the 712.3 billion that was allocated for airports. When we have things that we're supposed to... Come on, there are priorities.
I don't understand what is wrong with the advisors.
Should come first, because health is wealth.
Period. I don't understand what is wrong with the advisors or the cabinet members of our current president. I'm trying to see from a different perspective now, not to just be calling the president of our country. The advisors, what are they paying you for? What is your job description? Are you fulfilling are you delivering on your KPIs? What is your job description? What are they doing there? They employ advisors. If you see the number of positions that are available, the advisor to this, the senior advisor, the junior advisor, everybody is advising, but nothing is showing. Like church, no workings. I don't really understand what they are doing there. So I also have an annoyance with the people that are being employed to work there. Are they just employing you guys to warm benches? Is what I'm saying. Because if we are calling out the president, fine and good, because of the irregularities that we are seeing in his governance and the administration generally, what about the people that are being employed to work for him, to work there? Because all of these sectors have advisors. All of them, financial advisors, all of them. What are you guys doing? It's high time that you people stand up and do something.
See, at this point, they are not just employed or placed in that position to warm benches. They came to eat and destroy, because they enrich their pockets, enrich those people, those friends close to them, enrich their family, and then cripple the economy. That is what they are here for. But we are still optimistic that 2027 it is going to be like it will be massive. It will be massive. We are calling on all Nigerian citizens to step up and step out. It is time to make a change.
Thank you very much, Ifoma, and I think that has just been well said. Also, I really like the fact that we're having this conversation, because we can't stop talking now. We can't stop talking. We have to keep talking about these things until the right people hear us. Anyways, this is Active Citizens, and don't forget that this is Morning Pulse. My name is Sharon Enemchukwu, and as always, I was joined by the beautiful Ifoma Oji.
Yeah.
Nice to have you again.
Thank you.
All right, this is just a reminder that in the afternoon by 1 p.m. we have another show coming up, which is called As E Dey Hot, where we'll talk about hot trending topics. And also, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms on YouTube, and also turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified when we go live. Also follow us on our own personal social media handles. You can find me on Instagram and on Facebook at Sharon Enemchukwu, and you?
Ifoma Oji. Or you can equally find Ms. Sulex.
Thank you very much. All right, so we'll see you in the afternoon. Have a lovely day, and bye. you.